welcome to my mod and texture pack video, because some of y'all have been asking. Everything should be linked in the description. If not, it'll be in like a Discord. So yeah, let's get started. First one, we got apple skin. Pretty much what it does is if I grab like a golden apple and I go into survival, maybe I should grab more than one golden apple. Game mode survival. You see those yellow things? That's like pretty much what it does. And then it takes a damage, it goes down. That's pretty much like how much. Well, I'm on peaceful right now, so it'll keep going back up. But yeah, pretty much you can see what saturation, like how much saturation you're on. It's good for fights, it lets you live longer and stuff, you know. Next we got auto clicker. So I use this for like my farm and stuff on like Strelix. It lets you AFK. I don't use that, doesn't like let you spam click. Don't use it in fights. We got bad optimizations. Yeah, it's just optimizations, you know, just for better FPS and stuff. I get like a solid 400. Then we got better ping display. I can see my ping. I'm on 0 right now because this is, of course, my survival server, but yeah, pretty much it's not like the bars, it just lets you see actual ping. Then we got Bobby. If I go into creative, this is like kind of, I think it's like you can see farther than normal. So I just loaded these chunks. If I go back, I guess they're gonna unload. I think it's for servers, but I can see, I'm pretty sure Bobby lets you see farther. After Bobby, we have Borderless full screen. It lets me play on full screen without my game being like buggy and looking weird. So yeah, if you want to play on full screen, that's pretty good. Then we got carpet mod. You see how I spawned this dude in? Yeah, this is from carpet mod. You can use it for Theobald, the bot, map, world. But yeah, you can just spawn anyone in. You can make them do stuff like I can make this guy shield. You can practice like stun slams. I don't know why it moves weird, but yeah. Centered crosshair. I don't know if it actually does anything, but centered crosshair, it's kind of self-explanatory. Clear view, you can like remove effects. Like these three are probably like banned on most servers. Pretty much it just lets you see better. Then we got clumps. I don't know if it's like only for, it just clumps your XP instead of like it being like everywhere. It just, next is command keys. You can make these into anything. Yeah, you can make these into anything. If I create one, 8. I'm not typing, of course. I'm just pressing the key. You can do this for commands and stuff. Next, we got enhanced block entities. Pretty much, it's just another, like, you know, entity color. So if you can't see it, won't render it. Then we got entity culling. Self-explanatory. If you can't see an entity, if you're not looking at an entity, then it's not gonna render it. Like this horse. I'm not looking at it. Actually, I don't know how entity culling works, but you know, it's probably not actually rendering it until I start looking at it. Okay. Then we got essentials. Essentials is used for a lot of things. I have my wardrobe. I have I have friends, of course. Like you can take screenshots easier. You can do emotes. After essentials, we have ferrite core, just kind of like for FPS, reduces memory usage, it says right there. Then we got flashback. Flashback is used for like cinematic shots. You can go back and see what's going on. Let's say you're on the Strelix SMP and someone glitches out a pit. Yeah, you can go back and look. Then we got free look. I've been doing like probably this whole like recording subconsciously, but yeah, you instead of like going in F5, you look like that. You can like look to the side without actually looking to the side, you know what I'm saying? Then we got gamma utils and glowing entities. Gamma utils, I put my gamma down. Of course it's gonna be dark, but if I put it up, yeah. And then the glowing entities, glowing effect 0 if I do Steve, like, and then if you put it to like 100 or 10, I guess, he's glowing. Like, I don't know why I have this, since I use this gamma utils anyways. But yeah, I have health indicators, you know, banned on some servers, you know, make sure you check before you use it. I can see this horse's health. I can see Steve's health. Yeah. that's health indicators. Then we got immediately fast. Pretty much another optimizer for your game, make FPS better. Then we got in-game account switcher. You can use this if you have like other accounts you want to sign into without like closing Minecraft, which I barely use. Like I got like no outs. So yeah. Next we got inventory HUD plus. So you can see a bunch of things with this actually. Okay. You see bottom right, I have my 1 gap. Now I have 64 gaps. You see on the top right, I have my pod effects, and you can also use it for other things. There's like a bunch of, yeah, just a bunch of things you can use it for. Iris, it's for shaders. If you want to ever use shaders, you know, you can just toggle them just like that. Alright, then we got join auto sprint. Pretty much it's just for like, you know, if you use toggle sprint, you don't have to click the button. Whenever you join, you'll just instantly be sprinting. It's pretty useful in my opinion. We have Kenny's Epic Force Closed Loading Screen mod for Fabric. So yeah, you join into a server, you don't have to wait for the loading screen, you'll just instantly join the server. Krypton, another just optimizer, you know. Then we got Lightmatica. You know, I can spawn in like a schematic real quick, I guess. I'll spawn in the sword portal. Okay, or not. Crimson Sword Portal. There it is. Okay. Yeah, that's Lightmatica. Just schematics and stuff. Pretty tough. Then we have Lithium, I think. Yeah, Lithium. Just another optimizer. You know, we need all the optimizers in the game. Then we have Marlowww. You need this for some mods that are in this video. Just a library for mods. Yeah. Then, of course, Marlowww's Crystal Optimizer. I'm pretty sure. Yep. You know, Crystal Optimizer, self-explanatory. Everyone uses it. Yep. Minecraft, obviously the game. Then we have mod menu. You know, I can see all my mods as I've been doing this whole video. That's mod menu. Then we have model gap fix. It's just small things. Okay. Usually on Minecraft, there's like a bug with some items, but this fixes that. Modern fix, another optimizer, of course. More chat history, self-explanatory. You know, you can see more. No resource pack warnings. Yeah, it's just no resource pack warnings. No recipe book shift. Pretty much, if you play Crystal, it might be even useful in other game modes. But you go into your inventory, you're trying to like, I don't know, totem, and then you accidentally click this, and your whole inventory shifts. But no, it doesn't, because you have this mod. It's kind of actually pretty tough. Helps out a lot. Then we have not enough animations, I'm pretty sure. Yep. If I take this map, you know, I have a cool little animation of holding it. There's also like other animations that you can do. I forget which ones I have. Yeah, and there's like a lot of people, some people ask about like the sword. Like if I hold a sword and then I put it away, it's on my, you know, right there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's not enough animations. Okay, then we got Shulker Box Tool Tip. Let me put everything I have in here, all my valuables. And I don't want to like, it's like, you know, I don't want to read everything that's in it. I just kind of look at the shulker and then you can view what's inside of it. That's Shulker Box Tool Tip. Then we have simple voice chat. Simple voice chat, as you can see in the bottom right, left, I mean, if I was actually in a server, people around me would be able to hear me, and I would be able to hear them in proximity. Some servers have this, like Donut and stuff. Some SMPs too. Most SMPs, yeah. That's a simple voice chat. Then there's Sodium. Everyone knows Sodium. Sodium is just easier, like optimizations. It's just like, you know, makes your FPS way better. You can have like all these advanced settings because of Sodium. Yeah. Then there's a tier tagger. Either way, you know, in my chat you see that low tier 3, of course. Pretty much that's what it does to people's name tags. You can also do /tier taggers, see all their tiers. Yeah, that's tier tagger. Then there's totem tweaks and totem counter. Totem counter counts totems, totems tweaks. Okay, you can change the size and stuff. It's pretty good. Then there's Uku's armor 8 HUD, HUD, I don't know. As you can see, once it attacks me, the durability of my helmet goes down, and I can see it right next to my hotbar if I put a whole set on real quick. Yeah, it's just gonna show me how much dura it's taking. So this is really useful. in a lot of situations. We have via fabric plus. This lets you join other servers, before, like older servers, newer servers for the most part. Yeah, if you're not on the right version. Okay, Woxie's shield optimizer, not Woxie optimizer. Let me go to Steve real quick. Let me grab an axe. Pretty much what it does is just does like sometimes like the animation bugs and you don't see them holding it, and like also you can't hear the sound when you disable it. So that's what it fixes, I'm pretty sure, for the most part. Then we have road edit. So if I do //wand, as you can see, I used it here. Let's say I wanna set this to air. I can do that. I can set it to black concrete. Yeah, you can do a bunch of things with road edit. Then there's Zero's mini map, Zero's world map, mini map. You know, banned on some servers when it has entities on, which I have right now. But you know, pretty much you can see entities around you for the most part. And then world map is you press a bind and you can see the whole world map that you have. And you can just see everything you've explored. Alright, and finally there's just a zoomify. It's a clean zoom, you can zoom in and stuff. I'm this far from Steve and I can zoom into him. And then watch this sun slam, watch this sun slam. Oh, I'm so tough. That's the mods. Let's go to the texture packs. First texture pack I have is high contrast. I like it. Then we got shiny trims, self-explanatory. It's like makes trims kind of shiny. Tiny meals, like my gap, because they just look better that way. Fire, we got low fire, self-explanatory. You don't see that much fire on your screen, and on the ground it's not that big either, as you can see. Tiny totem, once again, self-explanatory. My totems are smaller, or else they would take up your whole, you know. Visible glint is visible glint. As you can see, the glint is kind of more visible, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, I'm kind of used to this. I've never seen like normal glint, but yeah, it just makes the glint better. Unobstructed hit particles, let me test it out on this guy. They're not that big, the hit particles. I only have like crit particles on, I think. So yeah. Side shield and small shield. Shield is on the side. Shield is small. Doesn't take up your whole screen. Very tough. Silly string. It just makes string easier to see. But I'll show you guys. As you can see, it is quite more visible than normal, I feel like. Then there's smaller totem particles. Not that many totem particles around me. Then there's this It's From Me overlay. It says no fire, no explosion particles, smaller pop animation, you know. Yeah. Splash experience bottle. It changes the experience bottle into like a splash potion experience bottle. I like it better than a normal one, and it makes more sense to me. So yeah, that's my mod and texture pack video. Let me know if you enjoyed. Let me know if you are gonna use this stuff. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video then.